Hi everybody, here's a quick overview of the new features that we've added to Collaborate Online in the first quarter of this year. I'm going to start by looking at the home screen and looking at the various system settings option that we have. A very quick run through each of the relevant tabs. Obviously, one that most users are already familiar with is the ability to add users. Slight refinement's been introduced here in that as you add users, you can immediately give them permission to access various projects, or you can add them to groups, or of course you can copy users from permissions from another user. But one thing that's a very subtle change is you can decide when you wish to send out the invitation emails. Consequently, you may have a complex folder structure, maybe complex permissions. You don't want to send the invitation email out until you've finished building and managing those permissions. So you can send the invitation email out at a later date. But there's a slight refinement to the way that you can add users. And by the way, you can paste a list of users into this email address box, just separated by a comma, if you wish to add groups of users at any one time. Talking of groups, of course, you can add users into groups, build any number of groups and put any number of users in there. Little word about templates. You can create templates for common folder structures, and you can use those templates when creating new projects or new folders in any job. The Audit Inspector is the way that you can analyze what happened and when, and you can report on any type of activity based on any category, based on any user, or of course based on any date range. And you can even introduce a text filter here to filter for specific instances. I'm going to spend a few moments now talking about the setting options, because some of these are new, some of these have moved and changed slightly. I'm just going to pick out a few highlights for you here. Firstly, a very popular one is you can preview a list of recipients before you send notifications. This is a useful way to sort of confirm or affirm that you're going to send email notifications to the correct users when you're uploading new files. Another new feature. On the security side of things, you can now enable two-factor authentication if you wish. You can introduce more sophistication, such as requiring users to use complex passwords or change the passwords every 90 days. So there's some enhanced security features in there. The appearance options may be familiar to some. You can change the look and feel of the system. You can go to a dark sidebar if you wish, and generally match these colours to your own branding. If you need any help with that, our team are always available to help you. And of course, we're probably familiar with the sort order options, that you can sort your projects manually by name in order of creation, or those that have been updated first. Most people choose manually, and then you can use the drag and drop features. The final thought here, that we now can include a welcome guide with any invitation emails that go out to your users. We usually build those on request, and they can either be a simple PDF file or even a complex video if you wish. So you can customize that as you require, and if you're interested in any of those features, please give anyone at our office or our sales team a call. If we navigate away from the Details tab, we can talk briefly about document statuses. We ship the system with a standard set of statuses, but you can change these statuses here. You can pick whichever color that status has, and you can define if that status should be your default status and whether you should include it at uploads. You can also decide whether you want to include a status in your charts. That's particularly useful because ultimately most documents will end up as an approved status. So over a period of time, the approved status would dominate your charts. This gives you the ability to remove that, and then you can just keep a track of those statuses where they're in review or pending, or whatever status you've used. Also on tags, you can create your own tags, any number of tags, your own descriptions, whether it's important, information only, needs work, etc., etc. And again, you can change the status of your tags in there. Dashboard tiles is where you will build and configure your dashboards. We have a lot of separate videos about building your dashboard tiles. If you need any help with that, once again, contact our sales team. We'll be delighted to help you. And finally, you have task configuration. This is where you can define a range of tasks or processes that you wish to allocate to individuals. An obvious example of a task would be the request that you for someone to approve a document. And these tasks can be built to be as simple or as complex as you like. We have simple approvals, which might just need one user to indicate that they approve a document, or you can have more complex tasks where there could be several stages in that approval process. Now, this part of the software is eminently configurable. You can build tasks, as we can see in this list here, for approvals, procurement, RAMs, RFIs, snagging, and basically any type of task that you like. Now, we're now calling these tasks linear tasks because they're fairly simple to use. You assign them to individuals, they will appear on that individual's dashboard, and you can get notifications of when those tasks are complete. This feature in our package has been complemented now by the introduction of workflows. So if you're interested in the more sophisticated workflow aspects where a lot of this task process can be automated or semi-automated, please contact our sales team.